This is our first one. Yeah. We're learning all kinds of good stuff.
All kinds of good stuff. Who knows if we can splice it together or if it's going to be a two-parter.
Who knows? We're still trying to figure all this
it's
out
a mystery.
Ourselves. Yes. So I think what we were going to kind of move to is just quickly tell you some of our future plans so we kind of give you an idea of what we're going to be working on, and maybe we can show you updates the next time. We're not sure how often this will be.
Yep.
We're still figuring all these little lovely things out.
Yeah.
So I am going to continue working on my Birds of Paradise. The black background is, because I'm so obsessed with it, I tend to work on it a lot. And stay up very late, probably later than I should. So it's coming along pretty well. Maybe finish the flamingo. There isn't a whole lot, as I mentioned, a whole lot left to do to it, so hopefully that's going to do. Continue making my bags, as I showed you. I've got a lot of material. I just there's been other things that have happened, and I haven't really been doing them as much as I wanted to. One of the patterns that I'm going to work on, probably start new, is something called Under the Stars.
Oh, cute.
Very cute. Little camping thing. As I mentioned, I love to camp. Just going to use kind of a linen, simple linen. It's 28 count. And I'm going to do it kind of like the way they had it. I've got this lovely little piece of wood. It does have a hanger on it if I want to use it. And if we're camping and the weather is not pouring, which hopefully it's not, because that makes camping no fun at all. Yeah. I'm going to actually set it out when we're camping to look at it, because it's just, it's very cute and I like it. So that's my plan for that. I'm also going to try to get some more things FFO'd. I keep running out of supplies. I know everybody kind of does their finishes a little different. Some people are just going to make them into drums or pillows or whatever. I've got a lot that I'm going to have framed. I did a series that's got 12 different little size ones that I need to frame. I've got all the frames for them. I've got the foam core for it. I learned how to finish framed items at Stitchville. I took a class there. Deb did it. She's the owner of the shop. And I learned how to do it from her. So what other people do for finishes is fine, but this is the way I do it. So I use a lot of pins that go in the foam core. So I run out of those. So I just have to get to the store and make sure I can get these things done. Plus, stop stitching long enough to do the FFOs.
Do you use a particular pin? I've heard that some pins you should or shouldn't use.
Well, I obviously started with the one that Deb had us use from the store, which I believe is a satin. It's called satin. It's the Dietz brand, but I can't find it in the stores. That's the problem I'm having. It is a rust proof. Okay. And that's what I wanted to make sure. So because I can't find that particular one at the stores, I went to another one. I think it's called Bridal and Lace, which is the same length. It's rust proof. It actually says that on the label. But it's not as stiff.
Oh.
So I could see where the needle could bend if I'm not careful. But I'm doing small projects that are like 6 by 8. 5 by 7,
it's not pretty sturdy.
It's not so big that I'm pulling so hard that it's, I'm having to put a lot of effort into it. So I think the smaller projects is fine with that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do moving forward if I have a bigger project. Do I need to contact Deb and find out where to get these?
Sure.
Or can I order from Dietz in some way? I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's just making sure I have all those things in order to finish the project.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my future plans.
Yeah.
The only other thing I was going to mention real quick is I know some people have different ways of keeping track of their work that they're doing. They kind of want to know, what did I work on this month? How many projects did I do in a particular day or for that whole month? When I don't watch a lot of Flosstubes. I admit that. I probably would like to watch more, but like you all say, you get busy and you end up not doing it. I did find Aussie Stitcher. I love watching her partially because I love listening to her. The English and the Aussie accents, I love listening to them. She lives on the west coast or the west side of Australia in a little town, very, very small, several hours away from anything, really, it sounds like. So she's kind of out there. She's on a farm, and she's got 4 kids, and it's great. You never know what's going to happen on the videos. But she showed what she used, which was just a plain notebook that she kind of made into a grid. I was actually able to find a notebook that was already gridded. So that's what I ended up using. But I write down all the projects that I have been working on, and then across the top is each day, so that I just put an X when I work on it that day. And so, as you can see, I did do one here that I actually did for 4 days, and then I finished. So I wrote finish next to it, so I know that it's done. But that way, and then some other things like making the bags or FFOing things, I keep track of those too. But it's kind of nice to be able to look back and say, oh, this is what I did. This is how long it's been since I worked on something. Maybe I should get back to it or at some point here. But I thought I'd mention that in case anybody else wants an idea of. I never even thought of doing it until I saw Aussie Stitcher doing it. And I really like the idea. So just another little idea to throw out there. So what is your future plans?
Well, like I said, I'm doing the Stitch 9. On my personal Instagram account, I had shown the 9 projects that I had chosen. Some were started, some I will start. But as we had been talking before, I like the ones that I picked, but because I've kind of got this itch to start all these other things, I might be changing it. But I think as long as I'm sticking to the Stitch 9 in general, you know, some of them might be changing, but it's okay.
That's right.
And so I actually forgot to put those out of the ones that I'm looking at, but as I just said, I'm thinking about changing them anyway, so who knows what I'm going to do. But I actually wanted to show I've got a little bit of haul, if I can share. So
yeah, if I ever get stuff or some of my previous Stitch things, I'll probably show those as we go along. I just didn't know how much time we would have to get through everything.
Yeah, and I don't know if we're,
We'll do it as it comes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll make it real fast just because I thought it was really cute. It's called Faith of the Heart by Brenda Gervais. I know it's kind of, I didn't take it out of the thing. That's really cute. It says, God finds a low branch for the bird that cannot fly. I've never seen that one before. I thought it was really, really sweet. And then Annie B's folk art, Autumn is the Second Spring. I really like that one. I thought that was really pretty. And even though Shakespeare's Peddler has been around for a long time, Kitten Stitcher, I'm really new to her stuff, but I am kind of falling in love with him. Magic Garden Sampler. I just saw someone had that, and I just thought it was so cute. And then this one is actually Shakespeare's Peddler, and it's I believe a not proprietary. It's made specifically for, I think, Jen's stitching niche. And it's called Purple Martin Apiary. And I just fell in love with it. I don't know. Maybe that's better a little. But it's honey and the little purple martin. I thought it was so pretty. Isn't it so cute?
Yeah, it is. And it's going to be on black.
We're going to see.
Okay.
I've never done it on black. And then this one, Poinsettia Manor by Samplers Not Forgotten. And I know it's a Christmas one, but I just thought it was really, really pretty. And then this, because I'm really excited about it, it's the Dying to Stitch has the Kindred Spirits Club. Is that what it's called? And I signed up for my first club. And this one is the first installment, and it's by Plum Street Samplers, kind of a fave. Yay. And it's called Grace on Thee. And it's so cute. The topiaries, the flag, it's just so cute. And it's got all the finishing supplies, which is really exciting because I don't finish anything, but now I've got the stuff if I do it.
Now, if you want to, you can. Yeah, yes, definitely. Yes. So, yeah, I think that kind of gets everything out there that we were trying to say and get to know y'all better. And hopefully, we kind of wanted to do this just to kind of branch out, I think, to try and get out of our shells.
Yeah. We both were toying around with the idea, and we actually, we just met in October.
Yeah.
At a Pacific Northwest Stitchers meetup at Acorns and Threads, first Thursday, and kind of struck up a friendship.
Yeah.
And discussed
Real easy.
how
you kind of know when
Yeah.
you find somebody that you've got, you know,
we have stuff in common.
Yes.
We have a lot of other things aside from stitching that are near
Very
and dear to our hearts,
similar.
very
Yeah.
similar. And it was just very easy.
Yes.
And we had both talked about how we thought about doing a
Flosstube.
Flosstube.
Yeah.
And then we even discussed, should it be done? Does
Right.
anyone need more Flosstube?
need another one?
But then everybody, Audrey Stitchewich 42, Michelle Bendy, everybody, they're like, do it. Do it. And so thanks guys for the
Yes.
encouragement. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
And so this has been really fun,
Yeah.
you know, doing this. And yeah, and I think it is. It's helping me branch out. And actually this whole everything, getting to know other stitchers. I didn't know there were other stitchers. My whole life, I had no friends that stitched. I was really alone. I think a lot of my friends thought it was really nerdy. And so I felt kind of alone in it. And I had no idea that it was really this huge.
Yeah.
Huge. And then there's other people out there, other Flosstubers who've really brought attention to it and made it a really wonderful thing.
Yeah. So hopefully if you have a store nearby that you can
Yes.
get together, I'm sure they have some group that you could probably hook up
And
with.
even
But
if not,
Yeah.
try and
Find somebody in
who's
your
in your
community.
area and get together. It's really fun. It's a
Yeah.
great time, and it's really changed my life a lot.
Definitely.
A lot.
Definitely.
So we have, we are, as we said, Pixie Dust Stitchers.
Yep.
You can contact us at pixieduststitchers@gmail.com. We also are going to have an Instagram account, which will be Pixie Dust Stitchers. Hasn't been set up yet. There's nothing there. But when we have stuff, you'll be able to follow us there.
Hopefully by the time we get this video uploaded
Yes,
and
it will
on
be
YouTube, that account will already be created.
And
So-
we'll be posting stuff that we're working on, and we were going to talk about future things in the future that we maybe want to do.
So possibly give you a little challenge, not anything big like some of the other people are doing. Just something simple if you're interested.
Maybe little sals, little challenges.
Yeah, and as we go, if we start getting people who are interested in following us a little bit more, maybe we'll do giveaways for different things.
Yeah,
So
it'd be really fun.
we do have some ideas running around in our heads. The squirrels are running.
Love the squirrels.
So we'll let you know in future videos.
Like us if you like us.
Yeah.
Hit the like.
Oh yeah.
Subscribe.
Yes, definitely. So I think that's it for us for today, and hopefully you'll have a great day. And
Thanks for joining us.
Yes,
This is
thank
so
you.
much fun.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.